Whoa. Thank God my fan isn't like audible on mic. It wasn't last time, but I was like, I can't even check on like when I'm waiting to transition over to a scene that has it on, so that's super fun. Fine, probably. Probably okay. But yeah. Gonna do a little Mario Picross 2. And I actually switched over to PC Face from the Magic Mirror after last term, so it looked different, that's why. And it's so much better. It's like the difference in like just the convenience of it, being able to set my own shortcuts and like having a lot of different features for like editing how my model looks, all that stuff, like it is so much better. I'm glad I did that. About a thing or two, I'm ready to go. Like, I don't have to worry about fucking... You might notice my, like, face is more animated now because of that, because, like, VC Face is very, like, use preset animations or not VC Face. V Magic Mirror is very, like, you use preset animations or you don't get much at all besides, like, lip flaps. And, VC Face has, like, a bit more, it, like, actually uses, like, webcam to read off of your expression, shit like that. In theory, it's got, like, you know, this, like, detection system so you can have it automatically do a couple different expressions. Doesn't seem to work for me, though. I don't know if that's just my webcam quality. I mean, my webcam is the quote-unquote HD. It's not HD. It's like, it's, you know, it's 1080p. It doesn't look... It's webcam, you know? But, like, I have to set it lower to make it, like, function right. I don't know if that's, like, a limitation of my computer more so, or, like, VC Face. Because for VC Face, it's, like, I don't remember what I have it set at, but it's, like, much lower. But it's, like, in theory, I don't think I'd need it to be, like, super HD for, you know, to be able to pick up my face. Not really futz around with, eyebrows, because it's kind of annoying, because I can't, like, lower them too much, which... But, like, if I have it, like, set to, you know, if I do, like, the easiest way to make that happen, you know, have it, like, automatically lower or whatever, it's like it'll clip into my eyes and it looks awful. I know, it's something to, like, explore, because if they're... If my range is, like, too much in the higher half of my face, it's like, it just gets lost like this. The bangs. I mean, if there's a way to, like, make them show over the top. I'm sure there's, like... I don't know if... VR's Studio would have something like that specifically, but... It's such, like, an anime thing. Yeah, we might as well get started. And... Go! Shit up. I don't actually know if I had been smart enough to save my shit. But we will find out. Okay, thank God, yeah. It's like... There we have it. Fucking... Oh, that's right. Virtual... Or no, it's Decimame, where it was like, I had closed out of it. It was like... It was partially just that I had, like... Whatchamaffuck? Like, loaded a save state and shit like that, so I'm sure that, like, just resets everything. Which makes sense, but it's also, like, kind of annoying. Yeah. Not taking hints. I'm not weak. I'm not a coward. Might also be hubris, though. Might really be hubris. But at least we got these. Oh, that makes it really easy. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can do a little less cringe than last time. Definitely an adjustment getting used to doing, like, puzzle games while trying to be entertaining. I can't just, like, sit there for an hour mulling over shit and, like, visualizing. Change, but it's nice, though. Just, like, it's still not, like, very thinky. Like, it's low mental investment, you know? I have to, like, look at my hotkeys here, because I'm pretty sure it's got, like, DNA swapped around compared to Desmome. Not fun for me. Could be all in there. But either way. Definitely that one. And I really want to get Murder by Numbers at some point. It was on sale recently, I was like considering it, but I was like, I already bought like a game for streaming. I don't want to be like, I'll get this and this and this before I've like even explored my actual like existing library. Weird thing, I have like so many games that I've collected over the years of like buying from Humble Bundles and shit, but then when it's like, when it comes to about, oh, well, what do I want to stream, what would work, it's like, oh, like 90% of these would kind of suck, or like I just don't care enough about them. Like they, even if they'd be fine, you know? Like, oh, you know, my like library of who knows how many games I was so certain would be like, I did not mean to do that, so that's already a cringe moment for the stream. But but yeah, so like I was like, so like, oh yeah, I already got so many games on Steam, don't gotta worry about like buying stuff. I can just like explore my library for a while. No, not quite. There's still a lot though. I've got the Final Fantasy 13 trilogy. I've gotten like a decent way into the first game, and I was like, oh, you know, I don't want to play that on stream because I'd have to restart and I might do whatever, you know. But I might, if only because like this might be with my schedule. This might be the only way I would play it at all. I feel like all my like free time aside from streaming at this point is taken up by 14. We'll see how much that changes after I finish my relic weapon though. Because that's definitely like the majority of what I'm doing. Oh yeah, that's definitely not. Oh. I'm not sure. I know I want to before I want to work on at least getting a bunch of my classes to max before Endwalker. I don't know how serious I'm gonna be on like actually. Well, this is like this whole section is. Yeah, I don't know how serious I'm gonna be on like making a point of like. I hope you didn't hear me like switch Endwalker. But making a point of actually getting everything to max and getting the MRO before all that, or just like casually leveling when I feel like doing shit. But it's like I've got the earring, I've got like decent bit of progress on a lot of classes, so it's, you know, in theory. Like, sure, and then middle one's over. Yeah, like God, where am I at? Because I really want to finish up all my DPS, just mostly because it's like the hardest to level, just because not the hardest, but the most annoying because of like queue times. So like, I'm front loading all of that. Slowly but surely, I want to get all my melee classes to 80 first, but we'll see if that pans out. My preference. I got like, the only one I have left is Dragoon. So in theory, I'm pretty close, but it's like I've also, I think my both like caster and ranged are like also like one class away from getting all 80s. Hello, Pork Chop. I'm doing good. How are you? Like, a little tired from after work, but not too bad. Yeah, it's just like we'll see if like, cause I'm leveling Black Mage through PP through a frontline. Good to hear. And it's like, cause that's the one where it's like it doesn't fucking. It's so different between like uh, 80 and like any other point in leveling them. Just like I'm not gonna bother to try and like learn how to play this at a low level. I'm just gonna get it to 80 without like putting in effort, and then I'll figure it out. Everything else though, like I want to experience like the leveling of it and like see how that feels. Um, I also like I'm like Black Mage is alright. I don't like hate it, but it's not like super my thing. Like the last three. So there's definitely like that aspect too. I'm just like, you know, it's not really benefiting me a ton to like level it and like you know actively like play it all throughout that, and also I don't know that I'd really have fun. Yeah, I'm definitely considering like I might put 14 on the stream for next week. I was saying like I might want to make an alt for streaming or something like that, but I might just like next that I've got a lot of alts, and that's like I don't necessarily want to put another on my plate. And also use some of my... I don't want to use too much of my 14 playing energy on, like, another new alt instead of, you know, however many characters I still need to do shit on. That I did not. I can count, definitely. Oh wait, what the fuck? I'm stupid, I was doing it backwards. I was, like, reading it this way. Yeah, you can tell I am fully present of mind and know exactly what I'm doing. But yeah, it could be fun to just, like... I have one character who I'm, like, actively rereading MSQ through on, so I'm probably... Since I'm already partway in, I probably wouldn't, like, use her for streaming nonsense until she's up. But other than that, most of the others, it's just, like, my main where I'm grinding shit, and then, like, plowing through MSQ, skipping everything, which could be fun in its own right. Yeah. Probably doing that for next... I'll probably do that for next week, so I can, like... like, for one thing, just have, like, something different. But also, like... just play around with that. Yeah, I feel. Yes, that's at least. Okay, yeah. Yeah, you couldn't really fit. Yeah, you think yeah, you have to. I mean, if I would, like... not what I want to press! Ugh! It's so screwing me up having the A and B, like, swapped from what I'm used to on this movie. I'm not gonna waste time fixing that now. But it's definitely, like, not doing me any favors. The key to being a streamer is you have to blame the controls. And I can also, since I've been talking so much about my experience making my relic weapon, or like, yeah, upgrading it to the... Well, not the final step yet, since I'm still on like 5.5 steps. That's something I could do on stream and like make you all suffer with me. To be chill too. It's like doing a ton of alliance raids. Oh my god, it sucks. Fucking just 18 of the Iblis and 18 of the Shadow Mock. Like, I just can't put myself through all that, like, on my own. But if I'm just like streaming for a couple hours, I can do a couple burn that, you know, it could be very nice. Yeah, where we're at. 5, 6, 7. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. There's not any space to do anything else. That's pretty easy. Oh, definitely. There's a lot of games that I like. Thought of starting up. Like I may get back to Stardew, which I'd been doing before. I was like VTubing. That one is one I'd be like perfectly fine, like just restarting on, just because it's so like barely got any of the way into it, and it's the kind of game where it's like low pressure to just like start over and whatever. It's not very long to get to the like meat of it. Although I've never gotten like super deep in and like made those super insane highly profitable farms. I don't know if that's something I would want to do, but it could be something to play with. I might just not have like a head for that. Like strategizing all that and like I can count. I know what numbers are. But like yeah, not super like maybe not super like talented and like mentally equipped for ultimate optimization, but we'll see if that's actually true or not. Maybe. But if not that, I was also Room Factory was brought up on prior stream since I still want to play 2 and 3. I might eventually do 1, but it's so old. It's so like dated. Like all I've heard about it is just like, yeah, it kind of sucks compared to the new stuff. So I'm like, I don't know that I want to put myself through that. My input, people. Okay, so there's like oh, and I didn't count properly again. I swear I was good at math at some point. I don't know what happened to that. I just didn't do math for any substantial math for like 5 years. I went to art school. It's an interesting experience going to art school as someone who's like pretty decent at math. Like at least, you know, I got into calculus as like a high schooler and like could have gone on to like to complete like basically a college course worth of that. So it's like I was at that level, you know. Very interesting to talk about my math skills, but like, because it's such like a thing as like an artist be like, one of these days I'll press the right buttons every single time. So everyone's always like, yeah, I suck at math. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how graphs work. I'm just like, I am not one of you. I'm not gonna profess to be some expert, but I can't relate to literally anything you're saying. It's just like people who couldn't figure out how to graph shit. I'm just like, I'm not gonna be a bitch to you about that, but also, it's so like strange. Feel out of place. Someone asking in like one of our first year classes like, which is the x-axis and which is the y-axis. I'm just like, I forgot not everyone was like at that level. Where am I? That's funny because it's like it's definitely a funny thing being like in that kind of environment where it's like kind of expected that you are like good or bad at this thing or the other, and it's just like, though I'm actually like decent. I'm not like you people. I know what numbers are. Do I know what numbers are like anymore? No. But in theory, at one point I did. Nice. Man, that was just a full row. Jeez, is this? Yeah, this one's basically one shorter than Gavan, like... Yeah. Perfect. For me, definitely also, like, I do feel like the, like, someone who has a head for math but ended up in, like, art out of, like, preference is definitely, like, a little out of place in that sense, too. I like to think I'm, like, decent at it still, but it's definitely, like, there did feel like, there's, like, a bit of a difference in my mindset. Funny that I didn't get into 3D animation, honestly, considering. That is very numbers. I just don't, like, it's not for me. I can't, like, wrap my head around it. And it's also, like, not my preference. I used to be such a bitch about it, like, liking, about, like, the superiority. I wasn't that bad. But I was like, oh, it's undervalued 2D animation. And then I get into college and it's like, oh, it could still possibly be. And it's like, fucking, there is, like, a million 2D animation students compared to, like, the 3D. It was, like, really something that was surprising to, like, the professors too, but it's just like, oh. I'm not so especially unique bitch who likes 2D stuff more. That's kind of just... And really, in retrospect, it's not very surprising considering all the, like, people getting mad about Disney, you know? Feels like a common, like, animation connoisseurs type thing to be like, oh, the era of 2D is so much, like, we lost out on whatever. One can definitely be, like, really, like, stupid about it. Like, undervaluing 3D and shit like that. Opinions. I need to actually give myself a second to use my brain to figure out where I'm going. Okay, okay, okay. Not that one. Yeah, I'm like almost 3/4 of the way through this thing. I'm still like, oh, the fuck this is. Pixel art. I can say I'm a pixel artist. Okay, so hold on. That's definitely pixel. I'd eventually do like an art stream. Speaking of all that, but we'll see. I think it's definitely something where it's like I'd want to do more on my own to get to the point where I'm like, yeah, this is something I want to show off as like part of my skill set. You know, I'm definitely wanted to make like, you know, animated like little, what the hell do you call them? Like the little animations for like getting a follow or like a subscription, whatever. But we'll see how long it takes for me to like get off my ass and do that. It'll be fun. I definitely don't have the money to commission that kind of thing, because that gets expensive. Emotes though, I could see myself commissioning emotes, and I've definitely been like post their emote commissions in the EMD YouTuber Discord. I'm like, perhaps, but it's like I just can't justify it when I'm like such a small streamer. I'm like, hold off, resist the temptation. Man, some of the people, there's like, not gonna name names, but like, I did see a thing recently where I'm like, you should be charging more, please. This is way too cheap. I want to like commission you and tip you big time to make up for that. But again, I just like it's so like I can't really justify again having emotes when I have like average of like 2-3 beers. Eventually, I'll put them on like whatchamacallit, the like extension that gives you more emotes. Like that name. Better GTV. Because I'm gonna be waiting until like if I ever get any sort of partnership with Twitch, it's definitely like I'm waiting until I can actually be partner, you know. So it'd be until like it wouldn't be a long time until I could have like oh I got no never mind until I could have like official quote unquote Twitch emotes. I definitely want to like have fun with like better GTV stuff before then. Modes are fun. I don't want to like sell myself and my entire brand to Twitch to get them early on. They're fun. I want to do them. And maybe I'll like figure out somehow how to make a chibi art that looks good for once and do them myself at first. I don't know, it's like I'm so like wanting to commission people for my VTuber stuff, not on the level of like, oh I don't think my art's good and I don't want to use it for my brand or whatever, but like I love getting other people's art to my characters and like it'd be fun to have like a more varied like you know, this is made by this person, this is made by this person, and like taking the opportunity to support people and that kind of thing. It's fun. Okay. Like, I indulge myself with getting like a commission parfait once so far from Shigure on Twitter, Aloda with 3 T's. If you shit, did I forget to put that in my credits? I'll hopefully remember to finally do that later, but I retweeted it not too long ago. It's also I think their most recent media tweet, so it shouldn't be hard to find. But yeah, like that was also like I wanted something I could use as maybe an icon, maybe a banner, depending on like what they are turned out like shape-wise, I guess. But it's also like you know I could draw something, or I could like indulge myself and get a commission, and also like support an artist. I think is cool. I want that route. It's fun. It was so like. Oh, when I actually got it, and I was just like staring at it, like, oh, that's my girl. It's a good feeling. I have it set as my phone background now, so I can stare at it as much as I want. And now I'm just like, I wanna commission him again, but I can't. I mean, I could, but I can't. I'm trying to be like diligent and responsible, and like. The next thing I pay for related to VTubing is gonna be like audio equipment or some shit. Something that's like more of like a tangible, you know, stream quality improvement thing. You know, maybe like a capture card. Although that's like slightly lower priority since it's less like universal improvement. But you know, you get the idea. It's also like, oh, but what if I got art though? That's so much cheaper than like several $100s of audio equipment. Not much cheaper. I'm not cheapskate with art generally, so like, but still, it's like it's 200, 300 something to get like a decent like mic plus whatever you call like the audio thing that you can plug in XLR cable to. Converts the analog to digital. That thing. So I have like a specific that mic plus that thing to like earmarked for whenever I want to invest that money. See how long it is until that happens. But yeah, it's like, so I know exactly how much is gonna run me. I just have to get to the point where it's like, I'm competent enough from where my stream's at to be willing to invest it. Not that it wouldn't be useful for me otherwise, but it's definitely like, I would use it way less if it turned out that it's like, you know, a month and like, I think I'm done. At this point, I don't think that's gonna happen. But I'm definitely the kind of person where I'm like kind of fickle with shit and who knows. I wanna like protect against myself a bit. I'm gonna take that as like a threat of, ooh, I might just disappear off the face of the earth. No, but being reasonable and careful with my investments. It's smart. That's something that like if I ever got to the point where I could like shout advice at a lot of VTubers, I read it backwards again because I'm a genius. If like the number one would definitely be like, do not fucking invest in like a model, like expensive model and equipment and whatever before you ever stream in the first place. Like, I'm not gonna act like I've like specifically seen an incident of that, but I know people are doing it. I can feel it in my fuck. I need to drag it. I can feel it in my heart that someone out there who wants to be a VTuber is like, I'm gonna buy this nice audio equipment. I still. Oh, it's a hammock. They're buying like a nice mic and like they're paying like $1,000 for their fucking model, and then they do their first stream. They're like, actually, I'm not having fun with this. I'm just like, please, please don't do that. It's like, I worry for people who like think it's a good idea to have their debut stream as a VTuber be their first stream, literally. Because that might have been the case for like, I don't know. It just definitely not like a guaranteed like. I should have only done these two, but whatever, it worked out. There might have been a couple like professional, like successful VTubers who did that, but they're not the majority. You know, most of them probably did in fact have experience. And yeah, there we go. I'll call that good enough. I'm like brain too split to do the rest of the math to figure out if there's anything else I could. No, it would have to be those four, I think. But yeah, it's like, oh my god, the definitely like with applying to Hololive 2, it's like I know in my heart that like the number one thing that they would be like they would immediately throw out an application for is like your experience as a content creator. Why would they invest in someone who has never done shit and can't prove that they're like reliable and like can be successful, can make good content? I don't think there's like any harm in applying if you've literally never done anything, like just in case you're you know you got that natural charm. That's from the sounds of what like Subaru has talked about her when she was recruited. Yeah, recruited. That can work, but it's also like at this point I feel like she was recruited pretty early, you know. And it feels like at this point they wouldn't hire someone who doesn't have like a established track record of some form. There we go. It just is like they'd just be like putting their reputation at risk for literally no reason. That was risky. I didn't like think about that fully, but you know, that's this entire stream. Yeah, I think about a lot about that as someone who definitely applied for Hollow Life as someone who didn't have like much or any experience as a content creator. I linked my like art, so it's like I didn't have nothing, but could still. It was definitely like not on the level of like, you know, hi, I'm a successful content creator on like some to like some degree, and like I have like a resume that could instill some reasonable faith that I could be successful for them, without like completely being reliant on their advertising to make me popular. Nothing. Okay. It's all done. Success as like a content creator is fucking tough. Figuring out what's appealing about you. It's hard. There's no like easy win of, you know, oh, I'll just get lucky and get hired by this company, or like get rated by a big streamer. You know, it's so like there's luck involved, but for sure, but no, hard. Okay, yeah, there's like at least those two. Yeah, since it's symmetric, also, yeah, that would make sense. At least the numbers are. Yeah. Yeah, so it wouldn't necessarily be symmetrical. In theory, that's scratch that, but still. Brain working. Yeah, this would have to be part of one of the day. About that. I figure out for that. Ah, yeah, I can do that. Interesting having it be like pretty much all really big puzzles. So used to Mario's, the NES Mario's picross. Like the other GBA one where it's pretty much not. Why am I through so much work? They're making me do shit, which is can't be allowed. Yeah, no, there's the one up there. At least decent amount in. That solves a lot, actually. Uh, uh. Yeah, that could still be up there. Not necessarily 2, 3, 4, 5. Rest assured, my brain is working in overdrive at all times here. Oh, we already got the stuff over here, so that solves. That doesn't really do much for me, though. something. How about that though? Again, doesn't. It solves that one tile and nothing else. This one is plays like fun with me. Oh, actually, I have to do that. That. Okay, now we're actually getting somewhere, sort of. I keep like accidentally dragging, like holding on the button. Annoying. Yeah, I can't really do anything with that yet. Yeah, we're getting somewhere, and immediately I'm just like, I got nothing. Yeah, but that still doesn't really tell me enough. Okay, so at least we can get that. Got that one as well. Oh, that actually off a row. Which means after the 4. Well, I was almost hoping it'd be like 4 going this away, so it'd be a little more interesting, but whatever. Fine, this whole block. Oh, and that means this as well. Actually does a lot for me. Hey! That actually covered a lot of ground. Uh, 5? Probably could have figured that out, but like with what was already there anyway. Still. Good. Solved that in like the weirdest way because I was like slowly processing like, oh, okay, fuck. Again, I keep like genius. It's like slowly processing like, oh, this means this and the other thing. What? Did I? I must have like. Oh, I must have accidentally. Yeah, I like dragged it down. Yeah, it's like. I don't know if that's me or if the game is like hanging onto my inputs a bit. It's me and like not seem like a loser about it, but sure. Happening a good bit. Actually, we're getting damn close. So I was just like anticipating it to be like done with every single one I hit. So satisfying. Like that, yeah. I got one tile. Eventually. Eventually we'll get this done. These things so fucking like I didn't even realize how long it's been already. I don't mind it, but it's like so weird to have like a picross. to like actually process how long picross takes. Because I get like so in the zone when I'm playing on my own that I just don't even realize. It's a very slow game. Eh. That's like, oh, our beautiful art is already done. And there. Already getting like a decent amount blocked off, so that's a good sign, hopefully. It's always like a little distressing when there's not like a clear, immediate like row you can fill in. Doing pretty good. Cross expert over here. About the ways of the game. That's just like, yeah, so that's so this has to be the one because you can't like. You can't do it. Or then swear to God, if I don't remember to like fix my settings after this, I'm gonna die. Like, is this something I switched earlier and didn't think about it, or is it just like I'm using two different programs and expecting them to be consistent? Oh, is this like a pumpkin? You can see like, pardon me for using my mouse. See like the moon behind the clouds and all the top pumpkins. This is like a Halloween. Cute. We'll see if I become a fool in a couple minutes. A couple minutes might be understatement. Going to be here for a while. Damn, I was really hoping one of these would like really I could block off like these parts. All ones and twos. This though, that's pretty easy. No. Oh, and over here too. Oh, that and that. Nice and easy. Yeah, it's that one, but only that one. That's progress, I guess. Yeah, you can actually see me squint now, which is fun. Sometimes, like, the blinking is so, like, it does like this, even when I'm not, like, actually like, half-lidded. It's the angle of the camera is, like, fucked up. Oh, yeah, and if I can get, like, get up in the camera, it tracks that, actually, which is weird. Like, it makes sense, but it's, like, it's so unexpected to track that, so I was just like, ooh. Oh, this actually, they have like these blocks up here. I can probably, yeah, it's that. Yeah, I can't really do too much. I was hoping it's like it would have to be the one in here, something. running into a rut here. Annoying. But okay, yeah, we have to have like the pairs of twos over here because it can't work any other way. Like it can only be the pairs of two. I mean, means the ones over here. This has to be a two. Okay, that feels much better actually. Figuring that out. Yeah, this has to be the six. Got the 1, 2, which makes it possible for it to not be. That helps with this. Strikes out. Actually, could have crossed this one out earlier, but whatever. That is nice though. I mean, I probably, you know, I could have figured this one out. I think. Oh well. This has to be 5. Go. Oh, and it can't. You'd have to. So, got this one over here. Oh, actually, yeah, you have to have. There's only enough space for the 2 4s to be like that. Now we're going. Hope you're all feeling the adrenaline. Genuinely though, the like excitement of like going from being like completely stuck on shit and picross and then to like figuring out like you know the one thread that unravels everything else. Sometimes it's only a couple threads, but it's still satisfying. It feels very good. Okay, we can strike out these. That means that's and yeah, that's a 2. Go. It's not doing anything for us over here. Yes, it does. It's a lot for us over here. So we're done with that part. Okay, I don't know why I thought of this right now, but I watched you know, Sabomi recently, the Pokemon animation. Everyone was like losing it over the very soft-looking dad, and it was so cute. I'm not gonna like. There's a fun little reveal video at the end. I'm not gonna spoil, but it's very cool. I mean, I guess that's already like hinting at shit. Oops. But it's very cute. I love the animation of that, and just like I wish I'd watched. Ooh. I'm thinking. I'm using my brain. Wish I'd like watch it when people are hyped, but you know. I'm really hoping we get a lot more of the like of the Pokemon tours that remain. More of their like super like the ones that are like very like the shoot, what Pokemon was it that was like working out and shit? The Pancham one, where it's like very simple and like basically the slightly animated kind of narrated picture book. That was cool, but also like cool, unique animation and like very impressive shit is also like experimental shit in Pokemon. I would like more. I guess it wasn't that experimental, but it's like it was still like notably different from what they do and very like cool to see. Put on the eyes. Like, you know, I always like the stories of like the little upstart kids and shit. Very charming. It was very appealing to me. Ah, where are we on this one? Got that. Actually, this one done with. I've been debating and like, there's a lot of there's a good couple games on DS I want to play on stream. I'm like, well, do I want to like how much do I want to like have with only like stream slots per week? You know, am I good with like 2 out of 3? Oh god, my throat. Dying. I'm good with like since I already have one taken up by Mystery Dungeon, doing that like 3 a week if I do something else that's like potentially long running. It's if I do like factory, that's something that's like I would want to go all the way through to the end. So if I want to do that specifically by like non-stop every single week I do Rune Factory. That could also be like just on the level of like doing like 2 ongoing series out of my 3 slots. No, it wouldn't necessarily be bad, but it's definitely like a decision to make. And whether that's like appropriate for what I want to do. Figuring out what you want your content and schedule look like it's hard. Things can very easily come to define you. I don't think there's anything wrong with like breaking away from what you've done, even if it's like, you know, set in a bit, but you know, still. Doesn't mean you shouldn't be mindful of it. And like figuring that out. So it's like both that, like the do I want 2 ongoing series at the time, and also do I want to like, I mean I have 2 like emulated shit going on right now. I've got both uh, 2 like portable, you know, console type deals. Got this plus Pokemon, but like I'm more fine with this on the level that's like something I do every so often. It feels more like less defining, you know? I really should just like look through my DS collection since I have kind of a lot. I was really into it. I was also a kid who is lucky enough to have parents who could afford buying me games. So between liking the between that and like a fan of the DS, I ended up with quite a lot that like willing to finish or like haven't played in years. That's like a lot of potential material depending. I wouldn't mind like spending a lot of my time streaming doing like Nintendo DS stuff since again that's my favorite. I like that console. I think it's neat. The only thing is that I would want to find like a better setup for it than this. Just by a tad, since I don't think this is the worst. But it's definitely like it would look so much nicer if I had a setup like a layout that actually specifically was fit to it. Look into like the person who made the this layout was like, yeah, you can feel free to adjust it. Like, you know, if I can make that work. Figure out like I mean, even having like a background that just fits in stylistically, more so than just my generic one. no, not generic, general. I was like it. That's just an insult, and I like it I like it very much. So I don't want to do that. Yeah, the space background is so cute, but it was probably like, you know, if I could make that specifically my just chatting background, and then, you know, from there, figure out something different for like the game's background and yada yada yada. I'm like stuck. I need to think about it. I can't really. Oh no, I do. I do not have. I was looking over here and thought for a moment that I had that all filled out, but I do not. That does something for me though. Yeah, this is. Go over here, one somewhere in there. There. That's something at least. This is still pretty nebulous. But that does finish this part actually though. I was like thinking like, I know that's like, I literally just figured out something over there where that would be very helpful, but I can't remember what. Remember like a sieve. Oh, there's still one more. There we go. So it wasn't feeling quite right. That's how you play picross, by feel, not by using your brain. It can work though. So I think it's like, not having the head for it. Yeah, only 3 in the growth. That's done. It could be any of these, or any 2 of these. That's not too helpful. Ooh, actually, and narrows that down. And that's not. Then over there. Got like an owl. Okay, okay, okay. Didn't like really look at what I was like, what shape I was making until I was done. So focused on the micro, not the macro. I think it'd be relevant to if it's the whole row, so I can do like. I think. Oh, wait, whoa. 19, 11. Okay. So still screw him up a little bit, tap him on the bottom. It's nice having all that, like, bottom row filled out so early, too. Like a visualizer pattern here. Yeah, I can just fill out the entire row. That's nice. That too. This. Yeah, so this entire row also. I think it's called column, but I don't care. That. Yeah, so that. Fill out. Not the row next to it though. Wait, I start here? No, I couldn't. So it'd be definitely like so. Uh, yeah, I can't do much of that. That. Used to. Yeah, and I can't really fit in the 3 over this side, so it has to be right there. Six as well. That easy. Like a lot of like separated like small things. That makes it kind of difficult. It's like completely, it's like visualizing all that. It's like screws with me. One. Yeah, so I can't really. Yeah, it's like it could easily go either direction. Hoping it'd be like big enough, you know, enough numbers over here that I'd like fill out the whole thing. Like at least close to. Can't have it that easy. This though, actually. I didn't fill out before. I didn't mean to fill that out, but I guess I'll take it. Essentially, so it's just like, this tells you like, how many blocks in this row are filled and like in what order. So it's saying like, there's 4, 1 block, like 1, like single separated blocks, then 2 together, and then another 1 in this row. For example, you can see this was one that I filled out, so it's got 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, and 3 in the same order that's like over here. So basically, you just gotta like use those as hints to figure out like kind of just like what could possibly be like what could fit in there. It's kind of like Sudoku, where it's like you use those hints to figure out like, you know, what could possibly be in the square. Could this what could like, for instance, I know these squares have to be filled because no matter like how this is filled out, if there's a 7 and then 2 separate ones after it, no matter what way you do it, these 5 would be part of that like group of 7. Stuff like that. It's like it takes a while to get like your brain into the mode to make it work. But it's neat. Then finally, like once you're done, the whole thing makes a picture. Usually you only have like 1 of these blocks. This is like an extra large one. Yes, I just have to try and actually use my brain. Yeah, exactly. You know there's at least 1 space, but not exactly how many. But it's like if you know like, so we got like 15 across and 15 down. So if you know it's like, you've got like a group of 10 and 4, there's at least 1 space between those. You know that would fill out the whole thing. Be like 10 space 4, for instance. A lot of like tricks you kind of have to figure out to like determine that kind of thing of like, oh, I know that like because it's this many and there's only this much space, it has to be, you know, whatever. Oh yeah, because this one would have to be one of the ones. Like, even if this is like bottom 1, not space for another 1 and a 3, you know. Fuck! It helps to hit the right buttons. I'm still like, when I haven't been doing it for a couple seconds, I default back to like My controls are not the way I'd like them. So normally like doing the complete opposite of what I say I do, or what I say I want to do. Exactly, yeah. So it's like it's two, but it could potentially be on the other side. And same for like the group of 11. Could go this way, which would mean the two would be these two, or it could go this way, which then the two could be either this or this. I can, but if you get it wrong, it lowers like the amount of time you have. You start out with like a pretty decent chunk of time, so it's more you lose more so by like screwing up enough than actually like just taking too long. God, I am like kind of stumped. Oh, actually, we already got like part of each group figured out here. We know it's not any of the other slots. Yeah, it's like it's definitely like something that's it's a lot of hard thinking and like stretching your brain to figure shit out. But it's neat. It's fun. I love picross. Oh, at least it could be that those two would have to be over there. And figure out these. That's the 3. Has to be another 2. Or the 5. Yeah, so that has to be a 2 over here. And I'm back down to being like slow again because I've like exhausted most of what that got me. Like a lot of like going back and forth between not knowing where the hell anything is and what your next move is, and like figuring out one thing that just like a domino effect. Like, oh, if that's like this, then this has to be that, and whatever else. So it's like 1, so that's gonna be like that. Yeah, it'd have to be a 1. There's no way. Yeah. Yeah, so you're getting the picture. Like, it's figuring out, like, oh, wait, now that I have, like, all this filled in, it could only be this. That's the 5. This has to be 1. Uh, it has to be a 2, and then... It's also, like, I mentioned, like, the little tricks of, like, I know this is, like, 10 tiles, and there's a 6, and, like, no matter what I do, if I start from this end, or that end, it's gonna go over, like, the little middle bit here by 1. I can just quickly figure out, okay, you know, I can just fill these 2 in. Have to be... That's the end of that row. Yeah, that could still potentially be a 1. Oh, I actually got the 2 over there, I didn't even realize. It's also like a lot of like, you know, you're thinking in columns where you're trying to figure out one thing, and then you like switch modes and you realize, oh shit, I filled out like this part and I can like do whatever. It's like hard to keep both in mind at once. Uh, I could get this at least. Yeah, definitely. Like if you could definitely just like write like a script to solve these in like a second. Honestly, that's exactly what it is. Like I said, it's like a Sudoku. It's that kind of like mathy puzzle. It's definitely something like I've solved. I'm just like looking for it. Ah. Oh right, this is a 3 and a 7, so I can definitely fill out. Yeah, okay, I can just fill out this entire thing. Um. No. Ooh, I might be able to, yeah. Yeah, or maybe this might still be a 2. Let's see. Because if it's like 1, 1, I mean that could also be here and here, but either way. Um, try if I can say for sure. Could this be one of the ones? No, no, this would have to be part of the 2, I think. It's still not like clear which direction it's going in. Yeah, there's not like room for there to be the 2 over here. Or, well, no, it'd have to be because there's only room for 2 ones over here, and we need 3. Yeah, it's like I'm very close to getting it. Oh, but maybe over here, possibly. Maybe I could fit 3 over here, possibly. Which, yeah, I think that leaves me without enough to really solve. So it could go either way still. Yeah, I'm definitely really close to getting that, though. Actually, here's the 3. That only solves one thing. Maybe. It might not. Well, yeah, since this being the 3, it wouldn't fill in this block either way. Damn. Closer though. And I can X out this one. Let's see. This and this. Oh. There's the 6. 2. 1. And yeah, okay, that one's still not totally clear. I might figure out it's like for obviousness I can hear. This would have to be the 1 and the 2, I think. Yeah, because they got the 3 up there. That figures out the 11. Like, it's gotta be. Now, obviously, it's the 3 over here. Yeah, it could still be like a 1 then. Like that. That's 3 right there, so I can at least cross out. Ooh! That's definitely right, right? Yeah, okay. That does a lot for us. I'm pretty sure it does. Yes, it does. All those, cross all those out. And that too, actually, we've got the 2 twos. Yeah, that pretty much solves that whole area. Nothing to it. Let's go over here. 7. That's the part of the 4. That. The 1. Another 1. So that's 4. Okay. You saw nothing. I didn't mean to do that input, so clearly it doesn't count. And you see the I'm opening up my illegal cheats, and no, I don't think I have like the rewinds. So I'm just gonna quickly have to. Damn. Fortunately, though, it saves like the other blocks. Yeah, it's like I keep accidentally like dragging it, which is like the press and drag is like useful for when you're crossing out blocks. Not so much for when you're you know, filling them in. And it can hurt you. But we know what we're doing. Probably. Ish. Alright. I remembered that right. I'm gonna use my illegal memory of the events and they'll like go ahead start. Yeah, it's definitely like normally when I'm doing this I do super well. I'm a genius. But no, it's like yeah, that part of like commentating definitely fucks with my head. 11. But fine, it's fine. We can recover. Probably. I was so tempted to just like quickly screenshot it and go from there, but I was like, that feels so like evil and cheaty. I'm surprised I didn't like it didn't occur to me that like the menus would pop up on screen as I wanted to be like showing us like going through and like ooh, I'm gonna hit the funny rewind and pretend it didn't happen. Well, my plans. Yeah, that's true. But can make it work somehow. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we can just do that. Fuck, I misread like one column as part of another and like completely screwed myself. Yeah, how I'm gonna figure this out is like I'm gonna just like completely screw myself being like, I think it was here. Making like 5 million like errors on it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I remember it was right. Lost again. That and that 6 is over here, so I'd have to. Yeah, pretty sure. Yeah, because it can't be part of the 6. Do this though. I mean, at least it feels like I'm going faster this time. Sucks though, I don't feel good. Uh. My mouse in the way. Real professional. And we know that's at least that's got to be one of the twos because there'd only be room for one up here. That be no, yeah, it's completely fucking it's gone. It's out of my mind. Exactly. I can feel my picross genius leaving me as we speak. Going on. Part of the thing is also streaming definitely exposes you to like, oh god, I'm not as good at this game as I thought I was. You can really ignore your mistakes when you're not streaming. Streaming? That too. Streaming. But it's fine. Being a doofus is also entertaining. I'm like so sure it was like ended over here, but don't want to bet on it. Gonna bet on it because that I figured it out. Okay. It's gotta be one of the ones. Occasionally, honestly, yeah. I haven't done it on these, but like on the smaller ones where it's like I can kind of see the whole thing at once. It's like just like the one, you know, panel. Sometimes I'm just like, okay, I see where this is going, I can figure out. I know like the NES one had like these that are like literally just like contours, like, okay. It's literally just spelling out Mario's Picross. I know, I can kind of guess. It can be risky though, because it's like, oh, this is how I would have like made it into pixel art, and apparently they don't agree. Yeah, I can build on this one. Yeah, okay. 5. Yeah, at least this is going like way faster. I think like even like not having memorized it or whatever, having the image in my head of like where I was before kinda makes my brain work better. From like my subconscious is still like sort of knowing where to go. So that's nice at least. Not totally lost. Yeah, but, like we're already so close on like this side. That took a good minute. Like slow down. Fine. Yeah, so this one, there's, you know, it helps to be precise. And not just like, oh shit, there's a 5. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think he could only fit in, like, so. Exactly. That's what's screwing me up, like, half the time it's so sad. I just get, like, I forget that it's, like, kinda a little too easy. I hate the buttons. And it's just like, oh god, I've ruined everything. Game 3 over there. I could have crossed that out anyway because we know we got the column done. For this. Uh, 711. I can like cross out this part at least. And then yeah, okay, I can fill in that whole part. Like looking at this part, and it's like out of the corner of my eye, seeing it's one of the potential like I was thinking about one in, but no. I'm close. And there's my 4. Where are we at for this one? Oh yeah, we can fill out the... Yeah, there's the entire 7. But that doesn't really do none. How's that though? Arena 2, and that's out of the over there. 5. Can't be that. 1. Our other one. That's done for that part. Yeah, okay. Now we're already basically through with what we're done with before. Okay. Now we need 4. Okay, there we go. I filled it out. I was like immediately. That wasn't quite right. At this point, I'm pretty sure I see like it's got like the checkerboard pattern, but I'm just like so like not wanting to bet on anything. But like, definitely. Yeah, okay. It's like I couldn't quite. I didn't want to count shit out for like 5 minutes. Hopefully I would do it faster than that. But I don't know. Okay, so 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, definitely. It helps a lot having like these ones that are like they've got like the huge numbers in them. You can really just like figure out like if you over here, then 10 starts there and overlaps with. Oof. Again, I'm just getting too overzealous. Actually. Yeah, I think I can. Oh, like, oh yeah, there's like 1 space. So I basically could have done it. Got a bit lucky. But that's... Yeah, it's like nearly there. I'm gonna like assume there might be like, it might be a little different over there. You know? Might not be literally exactly the same, but... These definitely though. Yeah, it's like mentally counting out those spaces. I was like, I thought it totaled up to 15. There's only like, really there. That's gonna do. 3. Okay, so I have like 2 spaces. Discounted. Helps to do your math right. For example, not doing that. sometimes that's like I think I've mentally mathed out like, okay, these are guaranteed to be good. Then I go ahead and do it. It's just like, no. You know, it's all about fucking up and letting it work out in your favor somehow by some miracle. We're gonna ignore that I have 11 minutes left. Yeah, it's like that. Yeah, okay. That at least. Seven. Oh, that actually just solves this entire... Nearly, anyway. I have such an issue, it's just like... I think I've got it, like... I've, like, completely solved it, and just go like, yeah, let's just, like... fill out an entire row. Oh, there goes all my time. Overconfidence. All for entertainment. Gotta be a clown sometimes. Oh, yeah, so this all be together. Yeah. That as well. That basically... Yeah, we can just fill out the entire row. Yeah, the 823 though, actually. That's just enough. That it's like, it can only fit, like, this way. No room for anything else. So we'll find those kind of things. Can this... No, so that has to be the one. That's... That ain't good. Huh? And... Can... It might... let me get a single 5 column. Oh, yeah, huh? Yeah, because it couldn't... Yeah, I couldn't go down all... I think... Might not be able to. Yeah, because if it's... I think, actually. It's the 5 couldn't be... The 5 couldn't go down all this way. No matter what. I think we can at least fill out that. Speaking of that. I've got this part free, but it's not necessarily filled. I think it's not quite there, just because it could still... Oh, duh! Yeah, no, you're completely right. I was like, I couldn't... I see what you mean now. I was like, oh, it's not done. Yeah, since it can't go down there, so it can't... Without being, like, 6 or, you know, whatever. Yeah, it'd have to be like that. Okay, where are we at? This has to be the 3. Could this be the 1? No, it couldn't. So that's gotta be like so. That fills out. Oh my god, I can swear my brain is a functioning thing. I will remember the 11, and that'll get us pretty far. Jeez. Maybe this time I'll just, you know, be a little calmer. about how I feel about columns. Like this. You can just feel it. Exactly. It's like, that's exactly fucking... When I'm on stream and, like, trying to do this, I'm already on, like, 2 brain cell mode, and it does not play well with picross. Just see it. I'm pretty sure it was like, yeah, like so. It's like, I'll try to think, but I'm just like, ooh, I want to go fast and, like, be active and do shit. Not a good idea. How did I find picross? It was something that, like, I had always been, like, I'd been aware for, like, just the franchise in general, like, growing up. I think I saw it, like, Nintendo Power, like, the regular non-Mario Picross games. And then eventually, I got into it with, I think, there's the Mario's Picross on the original Game Boy, and that was on the Virtual Console on 3DS. I believe that was one of the, like, Club Nintendo games you get with points, so it's like, yeah, sure, Picross. And then I got really into it. It's like, I still haven't finished it, but it's such a good game for just, like, something to have when I'm, like, have nothing else to do and I just want to chill and play a puzzle game for a while. Just, like, doing one of them. Which is why I'm playing Picross 2 here, because it's like, I want to hang on to the, like, Picross 1 puzzles for me time. But I do still want to do Picross on stream. Yeah, it's like I'd always seen about, like, there's like this 3D version of Picross where it's like a cube and you're breaking out a 3D shape. What the fuck? I think that was just like, it was something I was aware of for a long time before I tried it. I wouldn't be surprised if there were. I should look into that actually, because that'd be interesting. I mean, it's not like a super hard Ooh, I wish there was. That'd be really good. I wouldn't be surprised if there's like a, you know, a fan-made Picross maker. I don't think there's, no, I haven't really checked. I haven't, like, I mostly play the Mario games just because they're, like, easy to access. I mean, the regular ones are really cheap, so, like, it's not like they're hard to access, but, like, you know, one's on Virtual Console I got for free via, like, Club Nintendo, and others on, like, the Switch, you know, NES Online, so it was also essentially free. But yeah, I need to try, like, the, just, like, regular Picross games. Yeah, okay. Like that. Yeah, community Picross would be fun, though. I feel like it would destroy me, just because those things always turn into, like, Kaizo-like experiences. Where it's just, like, ridiculous. Brain cell on, 2 brain cells on life support. Very, very much on life support. But it'd still be fun to just, like, see what unbelievable bullshit people put together. There must be something out there. It can't... Programming things is always harder than it looks, so I hesitate to say this definitively. But it can't be that hard to make a Picross game, I would think. I would... Probably. That would be interesting. Yeah, because, like, there's definitely, I'm sure, like, these kind of games, the physical equivalence is always, like, you can definitely end up with that if you're not, like, a good game designer and you have to watch out for it. But when you've got, like, a video game where it literally just tells you you're wrong, it'd be fun to play around with, like, you have to guess. And, like, have to be careful how many times you do. Have a Minesweeper picross. That one. And 4, 5. Yeah, that's very true. It's literally just like, I mean, there's literally like 3 states for each square, and at that point, it's just like the computer knows which square is which, and it just counts out. Exactly, yeah. Well, there's 3 visual states for each square, and like 2 that like these numbers even have to care about. I can't imagine it'd be super difficult to put together. Fun project. I've like done a little. Yeah, I've also done like a little bit of coding, so it's like I've got a general picture for how shit works. Not gonna act like I'm great at it, but enough to have an idea. Yeah, this has to be. Now I really want to look into that. Like if it's something people already done and have like a million different. That'd be fun. Yeah, people tend to really get into like making impossible games. In like any sort of level designer. It's so like ridiculous to watch happen. Exactly, right? Just like doing the dumbest shit to make stuff work. It's reassuring like seeing like actual programmers be like, yeah, no, literally that's what we do. Because I've definitely like watched like, God, who is it that had like, yeah, the one dude has in like language and like coding and shit like that. Really blank out his name, British dude. But like he was like, yeah, sometimes it's literally just best to like do some bullshit to make it work. I was like, okay, thank God. Programming's neat. It's weird and stupid, but neat. Which are very fun because it gets so easy to be like, I thought I'm doing what I told it to, but no, it's literally doing exactly what you told it to, and you're just like doing it wrong. You just have to be like, ah! My life is in shambles. Forced to face the reality of how terrible your code is. Took a couple like coding related classes in my art school, and it was interesting to see how like that got applied to, you know, making art. Besides in like standard like video games are art kind of ways, you know. Exactly, yeah. It's just like facing your failures. In the rubber duck method, like talking through your code and be like, oh shit, I'm an idiot. This is why it's broken. I did something wrong here. Oops. Something very wrong. I'm just gonna assume it's that. Hey, only took 2 failed squadrons, whatever you want to call it. Nailed it. I'm just like, I think. Oh god, 8104. That's so. It's definitely counting my like failures, and that's like so. Oh, you know, actually, yeah, it's like counting like what it costed me whenever I fucked up. So it's like, oof. Jesus. Yeah, that's how you know I'm an expert. Yeah, what's the times on these two? Yikes! It's just, I mean, seems like it's saying about the same if these are getting any more difficult. Jesus. Yeah, I think I'm going to give my brain a rest since it's 4 a.m. and I have work tomorrow, and not try and, like, fumble my way through another one. But yeah, this is fun. Thanks for hanging out. I think I will switch over to... We're done. Oh, this is rain. Yeah. You're having a good time. Thanks for the follow. Glad you enjoyed. Yeah, next stream I've got coming up is on Saturday night, Sunday morning. I'll be 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. Central, so like, you know, this 2 hours before this time, essentially. That's going to be continuing on Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, and then I'll figure out what I'm doing next week. Might do some more picross. We'll see. That's fun. So I think I might just do that. Stick it in somewhere. Maybe on like a weekend where I can actually use my brain. But yeah, thanks for coming. So regardless, I'll have my schedule up on Twitter and yeah. Mystery Dungeon is so good. Like, I knew I liked Mystery Dungeon, but it'd been a long time since I'd played it. And I got so into it once I started playing it for, like, streaming. I was just like, fuck yeah, I'm doing this every week, let's go! I'm doing the DS one, the, third... Shoot, the, Where's the Time, Darkness, and Sky. Because I had only ever played Time. I've been like, oh, I should get, you know, Sky since it's, like, the full story and blah blah blah, but it's like I never finished Time. So... I'm finally doing it. I'm having a good time. So yeah, that's coming up on Saturday night, Sunday morning. That'll be fun. Yeah, I'll see you around. Thank you for the follow, and thanks for hanging out. It was fun talking. Bye-bye.